episode 18 of Fist of the North Star, 1 point. The keyword for this episode is going to be competition. I think this episode is a very good exhibition of competition, and what I mean by competition is quite precisely, let's say, the opposite of what we mainstreamly, clinically, if I may say, call agreeableness, which could get to be being people-oriented. So when you're competitive, you kind of don't care about people. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you're rather things-oriented. Now, it could be a bad thing. In this case, concerning this episode, it's much rather depicted as a bad thing, and the bad version of it, let's say. I mainly want to talk about, this is something that we have throughout the whole anime, but I like how in this episode, you really see these different troops that all work for Shin. They're all together, essentially. They have a leader, and each guy, each leader, and each troop goes, we are going to be the ones who are going to get the man with the 7 scars. Now, of course, they want all the honor, the glory, and the reward. Definitely. But they're supposed to be all together. So they're supposed to work for a common goal. Now, this gets to be quite close to previous videos that I made, that were titled, or the keyword was loyalty and betrayal, so quite close, right? And we said that criminals fake being loyal to each other, but in reality they only self-serve, and at the end they cause the end of each single one of them. This gets to be the same. So they're all supposed to be together, let's say people-oriented, agreeable, well, not really in that sense, but you get it, right? They're supposed to be together, united, but then they compete. They seriously, it's not mere rivalry, like being rivals, friends, but no, they only care about themselves. They compete against each other, and that causes, again, the end of each single one of them. And that is caused by Kenshiro, of course, who's, let's say, the savior, the god, let's say, of this last century. And he's a demon for the criminals. Now, I like the fact that this whole episode represent this, because the episode starts with this kind of competition between Bato and Jennifer, who's introduced in this episode, who doubles Bato over, and so he tries to catch her up. And at the end of the episode too, that is exhibited by Yuria, who's supposed to be peak agreeableness. We'll later talk more precisely about Yuria, because we haven't talked much about her, but it's going to be much later, I think. And even Yuria exhibits, arguably, most, let's say, disagreeableness in this episode, because she tries to escape, which is something that she struggles to get to decide to do. So I think that there is this homogeneous character in this episode again, and this specific characteristic that especially criminals have, that I think is interesting to spot and to identify in this anime.